Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This presentation is concerning our report on the topic, the impact of leadership styles on organizational performance. In our analysis, we focus on transformational, transactional, democratic, autocratic, and laissez-faire leadership styles. Our findings highlighted the crucial role of effective leadership in achieving successful project outcomes and motivating employees. And that, our analysis revealed that different leadership styles significantly influence employee motivation, organizational culture, and overall performance. We also emphasize the potential benefits of leveraging different leadership styles effectively to enhance performance, foster a positive work environment, and achieve strategic goals. Figure 1 in our report shows the research model constructed by Cherian and his associates in 2020 on the relationship between leadership styles and organizational performance. This is where we decided that we should focus on transformational, transactional, democratic, autocratic, and laissez-faire leadership styles. We also found that it's important to consider the positive and negative impact of leadership on organizational performance. Evaluating various leadership approaches and their effects can help us gain a better understanding of their influence. This understanding is crucial for developing effective leadership practices and achieving positive organizational results.
My name is Nur Aina Sufaira binti Muhammad Suhaimi. My ID number is 2023769251. Our main objective is to conduct a comprehensive analysis of the impact of various leadership styles on organizational performance. To achieve this goal, we have outlined specific aims as follows. Firstly, truly comprehend the distinguishing features of various leadership styles. In our report, we focus on analyzing transformational, transactional, democratic, autocratic, and laissez-faire leadership styles. Secondly, investigate real-life case studies and examples of organizations. To generate valuable insights, it's crucial to focus on practice real-life examples. Thirdly, identify and define the indicators that directly influence organizational performance. These indicators can include financial metrics such as revenue growth, profitability, and cost control, while non-financial metrics can include customer satisfaction, employee engagement, and operational efficiency to evaluate overall performance. And lastly, critically evaluate the strengths and weaknesses associated with each leadership style. We analyze each leadership style to understand its strengths and weakness in order to develop a comprehensive understanding of how these styles impact the organization's performance and success.
The main issue of our topic discussion concerns the concept of a leadership style. From our article reviews, we found that the concept of a leadership style encompasses a leader's intricate and personalized approach, guiding principles, and deeply rooted beliefs about effective leadership. This includes the leader's inherent capacity to influence and inspire others. As mentioned earlier, we have decided to focus on transformational, transactional, democratic, autocratic, and laissez-faire leadership styles. From that, we studied how these different leadership styles vary in practice and how a leader's guiding principles and beliefs influence their leadership style. We also studied how these leadership styles could impact organizational performance, which can be referred to as an organization's ability to attain specific objectives and goals through effective strategic approaches influenced by factors such as motivation, organizational culture, and leadership. Figure 2 in our report shows the findings by Cherian and his associates in 2020 regarding the relationship between leadership styles and organizational performance. The study found that democratic and transformational leadership styles have a positive and significant impact on organizational performance due to high levels of employee participation, and motivation. Other than that, autocratic and laissez-faire leadership styles have a negative and significant impact on organizational performance due to their lack of emphasis on employee empowerment and feedback. Meanwhile, transactional leadership style has a negative effect on organizational performance, but it did not demonstrate a significant impact. Additionally, managers are recommended to embrace democratic or transformational leadership styles, while transactional leadership style may be effective for a workforce motivated by a system of rewards and punishments. On the other hand, laissez-faire and autocratic leadership styles are not recommended as they are found to significantly negatively influence organizational performance. However, the study also emphasized that the impacts may be contingent depending on the industry. As such, understanding and adapting the most suitable leadership style is important for improving organizational performance.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Kisti Iwana. My ID number is 2023507537. So, the impact of various leadership styles on organizational performance is a subject of significant interest and scrutiny. So, in our report, the first style is called transformational leadership. Transformational leadership plays a crucial role in inspiring and motivating teams for the high efficiency and effectiveness. So these styles emphasize open communications, leader visibility, and focus on organizational goals and task completion. So one key aspect of this style is that it positively impacts followers' perceptions of change and involves the leaders' active involvement in the process. So this ultimately fosters a sense of ownership and responsibility among the team members. So additionally, this style significantly influences the team dynamic by emphasizing a shared vision and purpose within the team. This creates a cohesive and collaborative work environment where the team members are united in working towards the common goals. Other than that, transformational leaders are known for their ability to stimulate innovation, facilitate ethical changes, and elevate team performance and support. So this is achieved through the leaders idealized to influence charismatic attributes, individual consideration, and inspirational stimulation, motivation, and intellectual stimulation, which are the primary components of the transformational leadership. So this style also significantly impacts the employee performance through the empowerment and positive leaders subordinate relationships. This means that it encourages employees to take ownership of their work and foster an environment of trust and collaboration, ultimately leading to improve the performance and productivity.
The second leadership style is a transactional leadership. Transactional leadership involves using rewards and penalties to influence employee performance. It relies on a system of clear expectations, reward for meeting those expectations, and consequences for failing to do so. When employees understand the rules and expectations clearly, and there are consistent rewards for meeting those expectations, they are more likely to be motivated to perform well. Other than that, employee motivation is influenced by factors such as recognition, salary, interpersonal relations, organizational policy, and supervision, which can positively impact job satisfaction and employee performance. However, this leadership style can also lead to negative outcomes, such as promoting self-interest and negatively affecting financial results and interpersonal processes. To mitigate potential negative outcomes, hiring managers and staff with strong self-management skills is important to enhance financial performance in the context of transactional leadership. These individuals can thrive in a transactional leadership environment as they are able to navigate the system while still contributing to a positive organizational climate. By emphasizing the development of self-management management skills, organizations can enhance financial performance even within the context of transactional leadership.
The third leadership style is democratic leadership. Democratic leadership, also known as participative leadership, involves considering the team's input while retaining decision-making authority. It has the potential to improve team satisfaction, motivation, and organizational success, but may pose challenges in making short-term decisions without clear roles and responsibilities. In addition, group participation and decision-making are significant aspects of democratic leadership, with favorable effects on productivity, satisfaction, and commitment, but with potential challenges related to time-consuming decision-making processes. Overall, despite the potential negative impacts, democratic leaders empower team members, foster innovation, collaboration, and ingenuity, ultimately enhancing performance, job contentment, and efficiency within the team. By actively involving team members in decision-making, democratic leaders create an environment where individuals feel valued and motivated to contribute their best.
The fourth leadership style is autocratic leadership. Autocratic leadership is characterized by centralized decision-making or strict control and minimal input from group members. With its nature of strict control, this style can lead to a number of negative outcomes in the workplace. For example, it can lead to increased workplace stress, diminished job satisfaction, and undesirable behaviors among employees. The potential impact of autocratic leadership is that it may discourage commitment, creativity, and innovation, potentially impeding organizational success. Additionally, it has the potential to result in misuse of power, inadequate communication, and uncertainty among employees. However, it's important to note that benevolent leadership can mitigate the adverse impact of autocratic leadership on employees' well-being and job performance. By adopting a more supportive and inclusive leadership style, managers can counteract the negative impact of leadership and create a more positive and productive work environment.
The last leadership style in our report is laissez-faire leadership. Laissez-faire leadership involves minimal guidance and empowers team members to make significant decisions independently. It means allowing employees to work in ways that best suit their strengths and preferences. Giving employees the freedom to operate independently can enhance employee job satisfaction, team performance, creativity, and innovation, positively influencing overall productivity. One of the key benefits of this leadership style is that it is effective for highly skilled, self-reliant employees, leading to increased motivation and self-directed learning. However, it's important to note that this leadership style can result in reduced role clarity, impacting well-being, satisfaction, and organizational commitment. The efficacy of laissez-faire leadership diminishes for non-managerial and new employees, and it could detrimentally affect the employee-supervisor relationship.
So we have successfully achieved the objective designed for our report. To come to the conclusion, we have discussed the transformational, transactional, democratic, autocratic, and laissez-faire leadership styles. So each style influences the organizational performance differently. Transformational leadership. It focuses on inspiring and empowering for the employees. Transactional leadership. It relies on the rewards and penalties. Democratic leadership. It involves the considering team input in decision making. Autocratic leadership is characterized by the strict control. And laissez-faire leadership. It gives the employee independence in decision making. So, in regard to their impacts, transformational leadership, it inspires and motivates the employees to reach their full potential and contribute to the organizational success. For the transactional leadership, it motivates employee through clear the expectations and rewards but may foster the self-interest and lead to negative outcomes. So for the democratic leadership, impacts the team satisfaction, motivation, and organizational success by considering the team input while retaining decision-making authority. Autocratic leadership may lead to increase the workplace stress and reduce the job satisfactions among the employees. Laissez-faire leadership can enhance the job satisfactions, team performance, creativity, and innovation, but may lead to reduced role clarity and negative impact on employee satisfaction and well-being.
It is essential for organizations to understand the impact of leadership style on organizational performance. The following key points are recommended for this purpose. First, assessment of leadership styles. Start by assessing the leadership style within the management team. Each style has unique qualities and impacts organizational performance in different ways. Second, matching style to organizational culture. Align leadership style with organizational culture and goals by understanding the values, beliefs, and behaviors that define the organizational culture. Third, training and development. Leadership development programs help leaders understand their natural leadership style and adapt to the needs of their teams. For employee engagement and feedback, it is important to ask employees for feedback on their experience with leadership regularly. 5. Performance metrics. Use specific performance metrics to evaluate how leadership style impacts organizational performance. 6. Flexibility and adaptability. Foster adaptable leaders who can adjust their leadership style based on circumstances and their team's needs. Lastly, continuous improvement. Leadership effectiveness should be continuously assessed and adjusted based on performance and changing organizational needs to ensure that leadership style can adapt to new challenges and opportunities. By comprehending and executing these recommendations, organizations can leverage the advantages of different leadership styles to enhance overall performance, cultivate a favorable work atmosphere, and accomplish strategic goals.